council deems the necessary purchase. I mean, they have machines where it will do Wi-Fi, it will notify you, you can put books on hold, renew your books, but I do want to remind everyone that you can renew your books online now through the website, the library's website, and you can always call us. You know, I've been doing this 36 years. It's the best staff I've ever had. These guys are phenomenal, friendly, very
Anyone? Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve the book vending machines for the library.
We really do appreciate that. We need this as a teacher for years.
Yeah.
I second that.
Properly moved and second. Any further discussion? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Likewise. Thank you, Mr. Beach.
Thank y'all.
Thank you for all y'all do.
Sir, before you sit down, one thing I'd like to go over just a little bit with you is this graph you gave us.
Yes, sir.
And could you explain that to us a little bit of what's going on with that?
Which page are you looking at?
I'm looking at
Okay.
the actual graph here.
I'm telling one of my staff members.
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, we're looking good, but I don't understand exactly what's going on. Yeah.
It is a little difficult to read. If you look at the very bottom, you see purple, that's attendance, program attendance.
Mm-hmm.
Next to it is yellow, that's items circulated, that's books checked out.
Mm-hmm.
And then visits is the number of people coming in and out of the library.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look at the very bottom, Calhoun County are the last three bars, the purple, the gold, and the blue bar. This just gives you an example of where we fit with other small counties, small rural counties throughout South Carolina. And I think we're doing a bang-up job.
Yeah, from my understanding of it, I think we're doing a great job, but I just wanted to make sure I understood what was going on.
Yes, sir. And the other thing that you've got there, while I've got the pulpit, is this comes from the state library. We submit information to the state library every year, and they print out this little fact information sheet. So you can see essentially your return on investment in a snapshot. And we're doing pretty good. All the information on the graph was generated from the information the state put out this way.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I do have a follow-up question on that. On the attendees from Marlboro County, do you have any idea how we're basically beating them in items circulated, very close to visits, but attendees, they're 10,000. Do they have something big over there in Bennettsville or something that we know what's going
I
on?
have no idea. I don't know how they're doing it. I can tell you that we get a lot of bump from some of our big programs, our summer reading program. Christmas, our Cookies with Santa, and our biggest one's Boo Bash, which is on Halloween, and I think we had close to 800 people that night. So big events, if they're holding more big events, they can get bigger numbers. I'm just not sure.
Okay, because they're just so far to line with everybody else, not even close.
Yeah, well, the anomalies. Same with Union County. Is that the one you're talking about, Union County?
No, I was talking about Marlboro County being 17,000. I mean, we've beaten all the rest of the counties on attendees, but Marlboro's just so far out there. I didn't know whether they did something special in this town of Bennettsville or what.
I can tell you, I tease my fellow library directors when we're doing better than that.
You know, one comment I would make on that, just because I've been with the school so long, is the shape of this county is so weird. I mean, you know what I'm saying? We're 40 miles long and about, 20 miles wide at the most? So it puts a lot of our people where they really have to go a long way if they want to attend in person, which it looks like the visits would be, correct? So I know that, I fought that with the schools all the time because our bus routes just had to be unreal to make some of that work, so.
Good. Thank you for your
Thank you.
Thanks, sir. Okay. The new business, the Calhoun County EMS Medical Control Service Agreement approval required.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman, you got in your packet there the agreement for this calendar year for the medical control agreement with Dr. Stone. He's the med control physician over EMS, and so this is an annual contract we do with them to be the physician that oversees our EMS program.
And his name again was?
Dr. Jared Stone.
Dr. Stone. All right, Mr. Chairman, I move that we recontract with Dr. Stone? Is that what we're looking for? A recontract with Dr. Stone to provide a medical control services agreement?
Second.
Properly moved and second. Any further discussion? All in favor, aye? Aye. Opposed, likewise, the ayes have it. Pineland Trail paving.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. This is a request for approval of paving of Pineland Trail. This is a CTC program, which, as you're aware, is the board that's appointed by the legislative delegation also. This is state tax dollars that come back from gas taxes to the county that we allocate. Pineland Trails, we do a handful of these a year. We don't really have a big, huge funding source, but this is for the approval of Pineland Trails. And recommendation by ICE, which is the engineers that we contract with, and then the CTC Commission voted to approve the low bid by Site Prep in the amount of $505,150.64, with a total amount of $677,150.64 to include the ICE engineering fees, contingency, and 2 utility pole locations.
So, Mr. Chairman, question, we are purely putting our stamp on what has already been, we're not passing a contract.
No, sir.
A contract amount or anything. Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve the Pineland Trail paving.
Properly moved and second.
I'll make a second.
Properly moved in second now. Any further discussion on that? I think Ken was right to explain that the county is something similar to the magistrate. All we do is kind of rubber stamp that. It's a commission that is appointed by the county that actually approve those roads, and then they pass it on to us. We actually just rubber stamp
Yeah.
what that commission has already
And
done.
I don't want to sound like that we have to give our approval, but
No,
but they're the ones who are actually bringing it to us, just for us to
yeah.
put our seal on.
And it follows our procurement process, so that's why we go through this.
Right.
Yeah. And why we do that is we try to make it that it's not political when we do those roads, that a councilman don't come in there and just dictate what roads get paved. That's why we kind of, because a lot of counties have where the council is actually the commission. And it can get political, I guess, when you do that. And we try to avoid the political thing, and that's why our board,
We go back before 76, it was more at the legislative level.
Yeah.
And a lot of roads got paved. Just,
all in favor, aye. Aye. Opposed, likewise, the ayes have it. Anything else on the new business?
No, sir.
We down to ordinances. Second reading ordinance amending the ordinance 2025-24, an ordinance amending the county's flood damage prevention ordinance to adopt the state model flood damage prevention ordinance. Richard, just talk a little bit about that.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. So this is updating the existing flood ordinance to keep us in compliance with the state model and then also the National Flood Insurance Program. They do these every couple of years, make some tweaks to the language. It doesn't affect the structural provisions of the ordinance as far as building in the flood zone or anything like that. It's updating the language. And so this is second reading to keep us in compliance and continue to allow our citizens that need to buy flood insurance to be able to buy the federal flood insurance.
Okay. We have a motion for approval of second reading on ordinance 20.
So moved.
second.
Properly moved and second. Any further discussion? All in favor, aye? Aye. Opposed, likewise, the ayes have it. Okay. No more ordinances. We down to administrator, Richard.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. I wanted to give you a quick update on the former library building sale, the old library. The library board met just a little more than a year ago now in one of their formal meetings and asked us to go ahead and try to see what we could do to get the library listed and get it sold, the old library building. You may recall about 2 years ago, we put out an RFP looking for a nonprofit or some other kind of agency to take it over. We didn't get anybody that was interested in that, so we listed it with the Litchfield Company. We had received really nothing on it until about 6 weeks ago. So we actually have a contract on it right now. It's going through the due diligence piece. This is really kind of an update for council. You don't need to do anything because it's actually in the library board's name. So if the sale goes through, or when it does sell, then this money would go into the library building fund for them to be able to do things like the book vending machine. The book vending machine is actually being paid for out of what's left of the original county library building fund. And so that was not money that had to be budgeted in the general village budget. Second thing I've got on there is employee recognition. I just wanted to talk real quick about, we kind of covered this at the Christmas party, but I wanted to go over it real quick because I do think it is a pretty impressive thing that over half, or right at half of our full-time employees have been here at least 5 years. We've got 44 county employees that have been here more than 5 years. We've got 24 county employees that have been here between 10 and 14 years. We've got 10 employees that have been here between 15 and 19 years. We've got 9 that have been here between 20 and 24 years. 25 to 29 years are 4. And then we have two county employees, active county employees, that have been here for more than 30 years. And those two are Steve Hamilton, our assessor, and Bobby Corley, who works with Public Works. So I just thought that was a pretty good kind of picture on what happens here at the county. And then just, all the county employees, sheriff's office and dispatch, EMS, animal control, fire district, now paid and volunteer. A lot of what they do, I think doesn't get recognized every day. And not to single anybody out, but one of our new young paid firefighters last week, on his way to work, just happened to be in the right place at the right time with somebody that heart had stopped, and was there, was able to get AED, get the patient, get a rhythm back, and EMS was able to get there and had a good result. And so that's Wyatt Pound, one of our young paid firefighters now, and certainly he's not the only one that goes out there and does that. It's dispatch and EMS and sheriff and everybody else combined, but just thought it was a good thing to point out. A lot of good things there. A couple other things. Most all of y'all have been at the Institute of Government at some level that the Association of Counties put on. In last year, we had Brandy Robertson, Richard Carson, and Shayla Jenkins all graduated from the Level 1 Institute of Governments, and the Level 2 graduate was Mark Brigman. Brandy Robertson also graduated from the Advanced Local Government Leadership Institute, and Councilman Carson graduated from the South Carolina Economic Development Institute. Our very own clerk to council, Ms. Shayla Jenkins, also received her clerk to council certification of the state. So I just thought it was good to call all those out. And last thing, if I may, I'd like to comment a little bit on, I'd like to not necessarily answer all of it, but Mr. Spildy brought up a couple things that, if you don't mind, I'd
Go
like
ahead,
to
we got time.
clarify. So, yes, the water has not been run to the building yet. It is in the process. It has actually had to be permitted by DES. They should be testing that for the bacteria samples and pressure tests this week. Then we'll finally get that hooked up. It's been a frustrating 2 months trying to get that done with the holidays. To the question about seeing somebody at the station, that station is like all the rest of the stations in the county. They're volunteer stations, so there's nobody stationed there. There are trucks in the station. It is fully served, but volunteers go to the station, get in a truck and go, which is part of the reason why we've started hiring paid staff and already seeing the benefits of that and being able to get out even faster. We are now up to 4 paid staff. We've got some volunteer, part-time people. When James Brown was appointed to the Belleville Board tonight to replace Ross Bensley, that's because Ross Bensley is a full-time firefighter with the town of St. Matthews, who also works with us part-time on his days off. And so anybody on the commission can't be a paid firefighter in the county, so that's why James Brown, who actually had been on the commission for a long time and been an integral part of the fire commission over the years, is willing to come back on, and so we appreciate that as well. And that's it, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman, it just came to mind, and I think I'm right on the date, when we were talking about the Pineland Trail paving approval. Am I not right that the Home Rule Act was passed in 1976? Is that correct?
It's the 50th year.
This is the 50th year of the Home Rule Act, and for anybody who is new to watching what the government does, prior to that time, the legislative delegation pretty much ran the county. And it was taken away from them by the legislature and given to county council. And that's why y'all come up here to watch us do what we do, or watch online, or whatever you decide to do, is because it gave authority to us. And from time to time, I won't say we have to wrestle with any of the delegation, but we have to be careful that they don't try to influence our decisions, overly influence our decisions, because it's our decisions to make. But that is a coincidence that it's 50 years this year since the Home Rule Act was passed, which gave the counties control over running their own counties as opposed to the delegation.
I think it's a good thing, because when the delegation had it, a lot of folks don't know, but you can even look at certain churchyards. They actually are state roads with a delegation, and that's what I'm saying by doing political favors, what was going on, and that's why the council didn't want it, so we wouldn't be faced with the same thing trying to do political favors, instead of paving where we needed to pave at. Okay, anybody else got it? Any other councilman? Okay, thank everyone for coming. Have a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved and second that we adjourn. Any further discussion? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed, likewise, the ayes have it. Thank everyone for coming.